Howdy partners, it is time for a NASCAR GP. It's a first for us and probably first for many people, seeing as the game has just recently launched. That we're going to participate in a GP, and it's the opening round that we are going to tackle. There is 7 races altogether that we're going to try and absolutely blast through in this video and try and give you at home some sort of advantage in your events, because obviously if I can show you what to not and do, then you need to obviously you can put the work in and do better. We're just going to claim some stuff as well. We're going to claim some little boosts, which are the energy boosts. Interesting. And let's show you what we're running first of all. So bit of confusion around what is the best stats. Qualifying stats don't seem to matter massively. However, what I do like is Big Bran and his overtaking, and that is same for Carlson. So there's different ways you can go. You can go heavy overtaking, or you can actually go heavy fuel, and you can last extra laps. But I'm going to just keep at what I know so far, and then eventually I'm going to gradually move forward and increase what I know. The car. This is the car. Aero's quite crucial on this game. That is what we're learning so far. So this is what we're going for. And we're going to make sure that when we do go for our races, we're going to pit early or pit on the lap and just take tyres, come out of the back, and then later on we'll be a lot faster. So let's first check it out. It is the Florida Sunshine event opening round, and it is pretty hectic in here. It is full of big players. It's full of huge scores. I mean, looking at that, there is people who are already dropping just the 1 point in this event. So it is going to be absolutely chaos. There is no guarantee that I make it through. That is scary, but we're going to find out. Are you ready to join the fun? I hope you are. NASCAR GP opening round in Junior. Can we get through to the final? First time up though, it is Daytona. 8 laps. We know, I think a 2-2-2-2 is pretty solid round here. Let's give it our all. There we go then. We are fighting Leo Mussey. Interesting name. And it is Daytona up first. It's a similar matchup in theory, so hopefully we can score big points. But we are going to do the 2-2-2-2 strategy on this track. Long track as well, remember. So yeah, we're going to give it a go. Where do we start? I wasn't expecting that, as they say. P5 and P6. This could change everything. I'm going to try and not use boosts. I mean, I should really, but I'm going to try not to. Let's see what we can do. So as always, I think what do I do here? Do I just go off from the front if I can? This is going to be fun. P5, P6, so we're in a strong position to score 75 points really from here. So what we're going to do is we're going to let them just go round on their own as we get this underway. That is a beautiful qualifying position. We'll have a little quick screenshot of that for the thumbnail. And what we got? Another 2. So I do think the 2-2-2 works really well here. We're going to cross the line and see how many laps. We might extend it out actually, depending on if we can get 3 laps in. We probably can. We're in P4 and P7 at the moment. And we can do another 2 laps, which is interesting. Do I go a 3-3-2, bearing in mind where we are, and probably just take quick pit stop and then take tyres later? P5, P4. I don't want to come out at the back, but I'm probably going to. Let's go. Let's do it. We're going to stick to the 2-2-2. Maybe we should do a 3-3-2. I think that is actually probably beneficial. But I'm going to see if I can get some free air and start flying through. We should still come out last. We're going to be the only ones coming in on this lap too. So early undercut. We've told you in qualifying it was so powerful. We're going to do our slowest stop. And we're going to come back out. The chances are we have to pit later on for tyres on the last stint. So we're going to push both of them. Now Big Bran, is going to get a nice little slipstream from Car. We'll call him Car. And Big Bro's going to the outside. Don't let his size, his nature, distract you. He's good. He is good at overtaking. So what we got is this clean air. Everyone else is stuck in traffic. We've got this huge advantage at the moment with the clean air. And we are going to absolutely fly. You can see everyone's in the pits. Nobody's coming out yet. And actually, as you can see, well, you can't. Now they come out. But look at the gap we have already pulled. Now, I am going to come back in, and it is just going to be a fuel stop this time. So we are doing an extra stop, but we are in clear air. That is the difference. We'll have to take tyres probably right at the end. And as we come round, all the time we are extending out. We're just catching these people who are doing freeze, and we're straight past them. This should be a really quick pit stop as well. And there you go. So already coming back out. If we can get ahead here, that is crucial, because obviously everyone else is going to take tyres, and we're into the lead. P1, P2. Strategy, perfection so far. But you know how bad we were in qualifying when we easily make mistakes. So we'll sprint off, and we will just take tyres because we are so far ahead now in this race. We're going to come round, should be nice and easy. It's when it gets to the longer laps is going to be the cause of issue for me. There's the pit lane, and we will just come and refuel and tyres for Big Brown. Look at that. Look at him go. Big Brown on a flyer here in race 1. Trying to catch his teammate. Can he take victory and get the edge on ourselves? But it's going to be a potential photo finish. Here they come. It's coming up to the line now. And it is... Oh, no, it's not. It's lap 6. I forgot we got 2 laps to go. Ignore me. Why did I think it was a 6-lap race? I got ahead of myself so much. There we go. Oh, that looks better. We'll take that. That's all right. Here goes Big Brown. And now we can settle down properly and take victory. But look how far we are ahead. We are absolutely smashing it with this strategy. 2-2, 2-2 still works on Daytona 8-lap races very, very nicely. And these two are absolutely motoring. They are flying along. And that's going to make it beautiful for us. Eventually on lap 8, which is the final lap this time round. But as we come round, here we go. It is going to be a P1, P2 finish in the very first race. As now we come across the line. Finally, we are through. That is P1, P2. 75. Got to get used to saying 75 points from that very first one. And that is very, very nice. So we'll wait for the rival to finish. Might have to cut these down because it takes a while sometimes. 62 points for the rival. And can we see what they're running? Does it allow us to in this? It does. Let's just have a look. Big Brown and Coulson, higher level for the rival. And our car was just that much better. We have a similar matchup again in GP, which is good to see because we don't want obviously really big matchups. So it's actually making it quite competitive. So I think we struggled on this race last time with missing a pit because the pit entry is the other side of the track, which makes it very frustrating and you've got to be very quick. P6, P7 in this race, and we're not going to use boosts again. I'm not too fussed if I lose a point. If I lose a point at the end of the day. And we're going to get into it for race 2. So let's take a look at strategy. 14 laps altogether in this one. Can't remember what I did earlier on in this event. I think this was in qualifying, and we are racing. So we have got just about 5 laps of fuel. So I think a 5-5-4, but we take tyres on the first 5 laps is what I'm probably going to do. Rivals pushing hard, and they're not going to get too far. This is the thing, you don't get too far pushing early. You can see our driver in P5 there just hanging out. Now look where the pit lane is, so that's what we've got to make sure. When we go round on the 4th time, we've got it, and as soon as we pass that, we need to pit. That is crucial. We could do 4 laps and do a 4-5-5, but I'm going to do a 5-5-4 with this. And we're on lap 3. Still got the outside and inside lines, so no one's really improving, as you can see. So we've got another lap to do. And you can see now Big Brown trying to get through the outside, can't. And now we've got an outside line. So we're on lap 4. We're going to come past this pit entry. And now we are going to go and pit. So we're going to drop back in this. We are going to drop back. I am about to push now. We could probably do, we're not far off another lap because it's halfway round. But I'm going to push. And if we are the only car that comes in, then more and better for us. Yes, we are. So everyone's going lap 6 on their pit stops. We are the only ones. So we are going to be pushing this middle stint. I think we do a 4-lap stint here if we get into the lead. And then we cruise for the final 5. Well, no, yeah, with 5. Yeah, let's go for this. So we come out at the back. Question is, can we get a good run early on? Rivals are pushing. Obviously, everyone comes in. This is the way the track is so all over the place. We need to get past these ASAP, though. Can we push our cars through? At the moment, we can't. We're going to be in a spot above her potentially here. We need to get past these if we want this strategy to work. And at the moment, remember, we are going to take fuel. Everybody else is going to take tyres. So as we close round, Big Brown struggling a little bit. Now we get the outside lines. And now we can start moving. So we need to go to lap 9. We need to start lap 9. So it would be this one. We are just going to take fuel with Big Brown, who is in P7, but he's going to get a quick pit time here. And he's going to be in clear air. Obviously, we've managed to hit the front already. So now it's going to be a 5-lap cruise, hopefully. It should be a very quick pit stop. And he is in already into his box. So he's massively done well here. Pulled a nice gap. He's just going to come out on the tail of the opponents as well. This is the quick pit stop. Everyone else is now going to go longer. And what we're going to do is we're going to boost initially. And we'll cut down there. We're going to push Brown initially. Remember, still got 4 laps. We're going to try it. I don't know if we need to come back for fuel. We shouldn't do on a 5-lap stint because we've already done 5 laps. So we should be fine. Are we going to drop points in this race? So potentially. It's all about learning here. Obviously, we've got lap 12, 13 and 14. We're going to be pretty close on fuel, I think. We're just going to have to... Ooh, only just. Only just. We might have to conserve right at the end. But Brown's up to P5 and P6 now. Good news is he's got a good gap. So if he does have to conserve, we are going to be fine. Are these other ones going to pit? They are all going to pit for fuel and tyres. Can we get into P1 and P2? On the lead driver, we're going to lap the rival here. Where is that P1 car? He's now in pit road. P1 now pits. And I'm going to just hang this out with the conserve. To try and just come across the line. Big Brown's okay-ish on fuel. He's into P2. We've got a big gap. So if we just cut them down when the game decides to cut them down, we should be fine with the gap. You can see just coming around the last corner with one driver. And he's going to just make this. And P2 is pretty much clear, but the pack is coming. And he's going to survive. Just on the fuel. Brilliant run. Brilliantly timed, that one. So very interesting race, that one. We do get 75. We did have to just hang on with the fuel. But again, taking tyres first, even though it sent us back, that's the problem I've got now. We're not in as much clean air when we start from the front. So, happy days. We are 2 out of 2. So, good matchup against our rival. That should hopefully see us qualify towards the front more and give us a bit of a gap to the rival. So, it's not obviously easy, this. I mean, you've still got to work hard. Even if your rival isn't anywhere to be seen or near, then the AI can still cause you a bit of an issue. We've got 17 laps around this track. And look at that. Qualifying's not as easy as we would have liked. P7, P11. And I think we're going to go a 6.65 in this race, is my thoughts. But we'll see how we do. So remember, a 6.65, taking tyres on the first stint. We're not going to push early on because you can see the rival's just going to waste fuel. We can do 6 laps. Where is the pit? It is on the last bend. So we can just chill for now, drop back, and then hopefully we will get forward later on in the race. If gaps open up, we might push a little bit. but we'll see, because at the minute we can't push too much. But we are making ground here on lap 2, and it is our man, our star man at the moment. Currently, we're just going to eke into P5, just going to give them a little bit of tap to boost, just to help them come through. And what we're going to do is we need to get to lap 6. 6.65 is what we need. Obviously, no one's really pushing anyway. You can see nobody is moving position. So there's no point. And now we start motoring up the inside with a bit of slipstream, taking the lower angle of the track into P4. So another lap. We are going to drop back. We are going to go mid-pack here. I mean, I'm tempted to go like 5 laps first stint, because that would put us in clear air. I mean, I've committed now, and now we're going to just push, and we're going to take tyres as well. Should be good to get into the pit lane, which is just coming up. Pit road, we are all coming in. We're going to drop back. This is what I'm a bit unsure of. Dropping back so early in the pack, whereas before, we used to get miles out and so much clear air. You can see we're dropping back to P22. Now, I probably might do... I mean, we'll see how we get on early on. We need to make some positions. Now, I can either do 6 laps here, or I can commit to 5 and just push on these laps. I think I might commit to 5 here and just push. You can see a lot of cars just ruining our strategy a bit there. So this is probably where we are going to drop points, most likely. We can't get past at the moment. Lap 9. We're pushing hard with Big Bram. We can't make any moves with our star man, who was running really high in the field. Servicing, we're going to have to service. It's not going to be a quick pit stop any longer. And yeah, he's about to break down, lap 10. So, a bit of a pain for him. And we're going to come into the pits, and just take refuel. This is going to be a nightmare of a race. We are going to drop some points here, because we've got to take servicing. Big Brown is stuck in traffic. We are going to get a faster pit time with Brown. There you go. We're going to be the only ones in. So we are going to run in clear air. We are going to run in clear air. But we are going to get hit hard on the servicing. 3.10. So now we're going to try and do 6 laps. We're just going to get up to speed here initially. And we get up to speed. And we've just got to cruise. That's all we can do now. We've had that big servicing issue. That can really affect us when we go into races. So that's one thing we are going to have to keep an eye on. And we're going to just have to see what we come. I think we're going to drop some big points. And I think I need to potentially change the strategy for learning. So where are we going to come out? We look for the gap ahead. We're P5. But where's car going to come out? P9, P6. Question is, can we get even higher? We've got clear air. We're running as fast as we possibly can, whilst looking after the fuel. Obviously, Big Brown's fuel is a little bit more depleted, so we're going to have to probably conserve with him at some point. So we're just going to cut him down the straight. But when we're in P2 and P3, we have got just on the 2-lap limit. Where is P1? P1, we are in the lead, and I think, oh no, we're under attack. We are under attack by the rest of the field here. Can we hold on? I don't think we can. We've literally got a lap of fuel. We're going to lose P3. Big Brown has got no fuel. I think it's game over. I think our strategy is going to cost us. Or is it? Yes, it is. We're going to drop 1. So strategy and that servicing really did hurt us in that race. Definitely need to think of strategies from the front. But as you can see, we just got missed out, and we did have to take an extra 1.5 seconds in the pits for service. So that's where it's really going to come effect. 3 races, 2-2-4. Let's go again. Let's see what we can do. So let's go Daytona. We've done this in the very first race, so a repeat of that will score us 75 points. So we're going to be doing the 2-2-2-2 strategy and taking tyres on the very first stint, and potentially some tyres right at the end. But obviously we're going to miss out all the traffic, and that should see us fine. Coming into qualifying, it is P6 and P8. So obviously that's going to put us back in the grid again. That's what I don't like. So what I might do is I might not pit for tyres and hang it out to the last stint maybe. It's all about learning. That's what you've got to do. All about learning how to race NASCAR Manager and learn the strategies. We are no pros, but we do try and look at it. So usually I think the AI are going to take tyres lap 4. If we don't take tyres lap 2 or 4, could we take them? Could we last them out twice? I don't know. But I feel like I don't want to get too caught up in the back of the field. That's what's really costing us. I mean, it worked well in the first race though, didn't it? I think everyone goes lap 3, don't they, here? So chances are we can do what we want to do. And just got the outside line, so losing a lot of positions at the minute. That's going to affect our strategy and probably help us more than anything. So down the straight, we will take tyres and fuel now. Because we've popped further back. Looking after servicing when we can. We don't want to get in any collisions. We don't want to push into cars. And P13, P16 is not... It's not where we want it to be. You can see Griffiths on the outside now coming through. We've got Big Brown in P12, P13. We're going to push now into pit. So early pit stops. Look how quick we're going backwards by the lines that we've got. So we come in, slower stop. That's what we know we're going to get, but we are going to hammer 2 laps big time. With slow stops, 3.9 and 4 seconds. Remember, Daytona, they do a 3.32. We do a 2.222 because we're that quick in clear air. So, pressure's on. We've got to catch these. We took our tyres. And we're going for fuel next only. Fuel only on pit 2. See if we can just come round. And Big Brown taking the inside line. Everybody pits apart from the couple of cars who have better tyre management. And they move forward. So we will jump up the grid. We will pit the same time as lap 4, but they will be taking tyres. The ones that are in front of us. As you can see, look, tyres and fuel. We'll catch them just before pit exit, or pit entry even. And you can see now really slowing down. Hopefully we don't hit them because we don't want to take the servicing damage. And Brown's going to take the inside line. It takes a bit of servicing damage, 53% now, but we should be in clear air for the rest of this race. As we come out. And we are just clear. So what we do is we come back on lap 6. We take just tyres and fuel. But the gap that we're about to build should see us very nicely. And look at everybody else. So a lot of them go some go lap 4 pit stop with tyres. Some go lap 6. Nobody goes lap 2. Like we have done. So back to the front we go. Past pit road. And we get the fuel and the tyres on the go. Like so. And this should be a clean run to 75 points. So just the 1 point possibly dropped so far in this interesting GP event for the very first time in Junior. And if you are doing the Junior GP, it is pretty much Series 4 AI that you are up against. So we'll be in now. Look at the gap that we've pulled. Absolutely nice. And hopefully everyone else should be in. Yep, fuel and tyres for most people. So we've built the gap. Clean air is vital. And you need to find the clean air. If you can find the clean air, you can run so much faster against everybody else. But at the minute, as we sit, it's going to be a relatively straightforward race. The question is, Hutch throw in a 17 lap race, we lose it. Because that's not what we race in duels. For me anyway, at the minute. So lap 7, we are about to start lap 8. Our very first opening round of this NASCAR GP event. Florida Sunshine. We should be, I mean, we are way clear of the pack. Coming round the final straight. And they are just starting the last lap at the moment. So you can see how clean air is beneficial. Get clean air, folks. That's what you need. So coming across the line, P1 and P2 in this race. We've got about 3/4 of a lap for the rival to finish before we do swing back out of there. So 3 races to go. I know it's a bit of a longer video, but hopefully with it all being new, you can learn what to do in your 7 races or what not to do, like you've already seen me have a go at so far. But we're doing okay, I would say, at the moment. I will take 75 points. So will everybody else, don't get me wrong. 477 for the rival. And you can see drivers were okay, high qualifying, for high overtaking for the rival. And car was just better on grip, but we just slightly had the advantage. This race, what can we do? Can we score again? California we are going to. It's a 9-lap race, so I believe that means we're going to run a 3-3-3. Now, you probably could run a 2-2-2-1 in clean air. Maybe we try that. Maybe we try that. I mean, maybe for Coulson. I mean, yeah, it's about learning, but... Or do we just go 3-3-3 and just test it? So what size of track is this? We're not going to push off the start. You know that's how we roll. Is it a big track? It is a fairly big track, so clean air could be vital in this race. I think we go Big Brown on a 3-3-3, and I think we go Coulson with the 2s, because Brown's already started quite well. And I might just take fuel for Brown. I don't really want to. Well, I'd have... we're going to drop back, but I'm going to be in the traffic. What do I do? Coulson I want to do. I think I might just do both on a... I don't want to risk it. Don't want to risk it. Brown's okay. He's in P3. And let's move Coulson in this time round. We're in P3, so we're okay. I'm going to just take... I'm going to match what the AI do here. And just now push away. We'll see if it works. It might not. Brown's got a good chance around the outside now. Let's go on board with Brown. And he is going to take the lead. So we are going to go just refuel here. We want a quick stop. We're going to watch tyres. We're not going to be able to push as hard. So we are just going to eke out the pace. And remember, we're going to be doing the same with Coulson from the back. But Brown's about to come in. He's used all that fuel perfectly. Tyres is just going to have to manage. He's not going to be pushing that hard. Coulson is halfway around the track, and there's some going to a 4 here, which means it's got to be a slow 4. And we're going to come out with Brown in a decent spot. I'm not sure how that rival got ahead, but we are now ahead. So we are up to speed. We're going to cruise. Coulson is getting into traffic. Servicing is an issue again here. So just going to take fuel. This is going to be the frustration bit. I don't know if this is going to work. I think a 3-3-3 is potentially better. We are just managing tyres at the moment. And into the pits comes Coulson. I don't think this 2-2-2-1 works. I think it's a 3-3-3 all day long. We are closing on the leader. We're going to try and take an extra lap of tyres. Might be worth the try. Coulson's coming back out in traffic again. I don't think this is going to work. I don't think this is going to work. I think we've blown our chances of actually getting through here. I tried it. But we're out there in P6. Sorry, P24. Unless we come back at everybody as we move round. Where's Big Brown? Big Brown is about to pit. I mean, do we go one more lap? What are we on? Lap 6? Tried a late pit stop, didn't I? Think we've stuffed our chances here. Because we do get a new subscriber. Forgot to turn that off. I think we've stuffed it. Generally feel like we have stuffed it here. And I mean, everyone's scoring big points. So this is a risk that we've took. And I don't think it's a risk that is very good. Oh, Asa, you know how to ruin GP events. You certainly do. If we're not going to get through to the final round, that is going to be mad. Probably because of this race. We're going to be fast. But we might not be able to overtake. And servicing we're not taking. So a 2-2-2-1 does not work at this track, folks, if you are watching. Because everyone else is fueled, tired. Some are not tired. Not literally tired. I'm tired. So, yeah. I mean, we're going to take potentially the lead with Brown. Which we do. That should be fine. Coulson is coming past a few cars. He needs a miracle. We are going to drop huge points. And it is because of me. Oh, as Coulson goes through the middle. Yeah, we're going to drop huge. Wow. 18th. That is bad. Do not do that strategy. Because that is absolutely killer. And if we don't get through, that is me to blame, ladies and gentlemen. Because that was awful. Awful. We take 59. We've got one of them in us around. Well, Jesus. Wow. So, next race. Another similar team score matchmaking. So, this is quite interesting with Hutch and obviously their matchmaking. That's probably the biggest threat to the game. But it seems like they've got it okay. Now, we're doing a track that we haven't raced before. And you know, coming off that race just then, this could be terrible again. We need to score points though. I'm not used to starting this high. Usually from the back. It is P5 and was it 4, I think, maybe? P6? Can't remember. But let's see what fuel does. It's a 7-lap race. Seven laps. So is it a 2-2-2-1 this time? Or do we hang a 3-2-2? We can do 2.5 laps. And that is it. So we're probably going to be pitting lap 2. We'll pit lap 2 for the safety. This might be a 2-2-2-1. Because I don't think we're going to get 3 laps at all around here. As we close up. I mean, the chances are, no, we're not. Because we're going to be well under. Are we going to be well under? Yeah, you're going to be well short at the moment. Unless you conserve, which means you lose places. Because here's pit road. And we're already down to like 1.8. So I'm going to probably just pit lap 2. And I'm going to refuel and take tyres. With both. We're running high, so's the rival. We're going to watch our servicing. We're going to make sure we don't get tagged. But here goes Big Brown up to P4. If the gap opens up on the inside, we will push. I think we could squeak 3 laps, but I'm not going to try. Because it's going to be a bit slower. What are we on? Just on a 1 lap now. So I'm going to just hold on pit. I am going to pit. We probably could get another lap. And we're going to be the only ones doing this again. This could be beautiful. It could be terrible again. We take fuel and tyres. 4 seconds. 3.69. That is a way quicker stop. Wow. Back out we go. Then. Come on. We've got to be running clear air. We've got to be pushing hard. I think this strategy can work. 2-2-1. Believe it will. Because we are going to be so quick. Compared to everybody else. Has the gap come down quite nicely? It comes down all the time, look. Literally tenths a second. And we're going to be pushing hard for the rest of this race, which is good. Side by side they go, and most of the cars are in pit road. We are going to just take fuel here. So it's going to be a quick pit stop. So maybe it's a 2-2-1 for a 7 lap, and it's always a 3-3-2 unless it's Daytona for the 8 lap races. Even the 9s. 9s are probably what we've got to get back to a 3-3-3 then. A bit more trickier. So we're in P2. We are catching P1. P1 out of tyres or fuel, one of the two. Do not hit them. Good job. And into pit road we go. Just taking fuel on this occasion. It will be for tyres next time round. We want to get ahead of the pack. That was crucial to us. And as we do re-enter the track. Oh, we're going to take some hits. But we're in P9 and P13. We'll cut Brown down. And you're going to take these two down. So these should all pit now. And then what we'll do is we'll absolutely push on the next lap. I mean, we might struggle. Rivals in P2. We're stuck on the inside at the moment. Can we get Brown out? Can we get these out? They should pit now. One does pit. These pit as well. So we're through, taking fuel and tyres. Absolutely taking fuel and tyres. We're now catching that P1 car. P1 car is about to run out of fuel. They're going to have to conserve. Question is, I mean, is P9's out? P9 is out. Less than 50% tyres. We've got 1 lap to do. We are pushing hard. I mean, is this going to be another mess that we don't know the strategy quite of? Brown takes P1. Oh my god, I didn't push the driver. I am losing the plot. I am losing it. I didn't push him the whole time. We are not doing well at this stage. Maybe it's just not used to this pressure of difference. Now, Brown got hit servicing hard there. Luckily, we've only come out P2 and P4. We are catching that P1 really quickly, and we are into P1. Where is this guy? He is pushing. Everyone else, I think, is looking after tyres and fuel. We can at least get P3. Yes, we can. We don't think we're going to get P2, who's going to about to run out of fuel, actually. We are pushing, but I don't think it's going to come in time. Or is it? I think it will. Round the outside we go. Take a small hit. Yes. We get it. Whew. We do squeak 75 points out of that one. Probably where we needed to as well. That was close. It's going to be full points tomorrow for somebody. Absolutely. So, last race of this interesting NASCAR GP Florida Sunshine opening round. We've had one bad race, and that's pretty much it really to call out. Every other race has been pretty solid, pretty nervy at the same time with some of the racing and last gasp victories. But we're back at Daytona for the 3rd time, and we know what to do around here. It's a 2-2-2. Daytona works quite well. We've used no boosts, so I might save them for tomorrow to see if we can just help us out a little bit. But let's see. So remember, a lot of the Daytona track, the AI will pit on lap 3. So us pitting early gives us an advantage of clean air. But you never know with servicing. That is the problem. So P8, we start. So we're just going to let on cruise. You never really gain much on these opening laps. You can see there's just no way round. If we push Brown a little bit, it just doesn't get anywhere. So it's just keeping in the slipstream. That's what's key. But we're about to go past the final bend to take pit exit. And I don't know why I get all pit exit and pit entrance missed out. But pit road. And then we'll start the pit lap. So there we go. And we're going to now pit for fuel and tyres, like so. If we come in, clear air, absolutely smash it. Hopefully we can get massive traction, massive time cut from these opponents. As we are halfway round. And we will be then flying in. No point. We're taking some servicing. That is the problem with some of this game. You cannot control your servicing element. It depends on the AI and your rival. As we now come in, everyone carries on. Remember, doing a 3-3-2. Some I think do go to lap 4, but they struggle on tyres and fuel. We come back out, Brown leaving the pits first, and then it's now full push for literally 4 laps, but obviously a pit stop in the middle. So we're ready. And now look at the slipstream. Works very well round on this game. If you can get behind a driver, you can get some slipstream. Everyone else is about to pit. They're all squabbling. They can't make moves at the minute. And we are going to probably... So there's a few of them that go lap 4, like we know. But they are going to struggle on the last corners and on both laps, the 4th and the 8th. So, keeping going, we are going to service for fuel only. And we're going to try and build this gap to the cars behind. We might come out in a bit of traffic. We probably won't, actually. I think we had this problem last time. We got out just in front. And we could push again. But now you should see some of these starting to struggle. We don't want to hit them, though. And that's going to be a hit. Oh, 38% down to servicing. That's what I mean. It can really affect you, the speed you're coming at. Quick pit stops. 1.3. And now We are back in. We did get the lead. So just push again. And there's going to be a lot of people pitting Nat's lap for tyres as well. So should be game over for everyone else here. We've got the clean air. So Daytona we've mastered. Just some of the others that we're not used to, we haven't. Should be a pro at Daytona if it's in tomorrow as well. So there is pit road. And we're going to come back for fuel and tyres as we start lap number 6. We're not going to forget that we are 6 laps today. And we have to go out to 8. We're not going to make the mistake like we did in race 1. But pulled the gap. And they'll be pitting tyres and fuel, apart from Phillips, who doesn't really need any tyres. So probably he was doing the 4-4. But we're still pushing. We've gained massive time. Now we're in pit road. We've gained about 10 seconds altogether. Be a be a longer pit stop, sorry, because of the tyre change. And we are going to come out ahead of them 1 stoppers. So job done in this race with another lap to do. Lap 7 of 8. And look at the slipstream now for Brown. Absolutely flying along. And we're going to take a nice. I mean, it's just that one race that literally cost us. I am going to have to look at strategy from starting from the front. Maybe we need to be a bit more aggressive and kind of follow what the AI do, but hope that we've got a better car. We are on the final lap. And we now should have a massive gap. We do. We know that because we've done it twice. Some things never change. But down the final, back straight we go. Final bend. It is going to be Colston to the bottom, Big Brown to the top. And we are going to come home and enjoy the Daytona win in NASCAR. We are P1, P2. We are 4th. 75. 75 points. That is big for us. And that is a very solid victory. I'm going to say very solid points as well so far in this whole GP. Because we've got to remember, everyone is learning. People are going to make mistakes. We are not tried, tested, sealed on the point scoring at the moment. 75. Hopefully that does get us through. There's no guarantee that that gets us through. So 75 points. Let's see how we stack in the standings at the moment. So we are currently done. We are done 5 races. Or P5. I'll get my words out. Come on, man. P5, 7 races, 508. No one's gone max so far, but surely people will go max. And it was just that one race. We did 75, 75, 75, 75, 75, 74, and a 59. That 59 could be killer. Question is, in this round, do we survive? That is going to be key. That is going to be key. There's got a lot of people to run. There is obviously like nearly 100 people in here. As people are battling, but we'll see what happens. We have done 508. Hopefully we may get a video tomorrow. We may not, because I am going out for a birthday meal from my birthday last week. So if we don't, good luck, and we'll see you bang there.